Listen up. If you really value your time, then do something useful with it. Don't sit on your ass talking about how it's not always about work, it's not always about money, and then you got to get your ass up for the next 30, 40 years to go to a job you hate because you ain't got no money. Oh, it's about the money. Sooner or later, you're going to realize it's always been about the money. See, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Not from work. No, not from work. From hearing people who don't want to work talk about how it's not worth it to get themselves in a better position using work. They don't want to work for the rest of their lives, yet they guarantee that's exactly what they're going to be doing for the rest of their lives, working for somebody they don't want to work for because they weren't willing to put in the time now to buy their time back later. And that's really what this is all about. I don't work 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever hours per week. I don't work that because I just like to stack up money. I mean, I enjoy it sometimes, but I'm not doing this just to sit on a fat sack of cash. I'm doing this so that I can eventually buy my time back. I can work for myself. I can provide something for my family that will last some generations. I can build my own business. That's what I'm doing this for. This work shit is not for the rest of my life. But see, what's crazy is the people who say that, who talk the big game, who say, oh yeah, we shouldn't have to work, like animals to survive. That's exactly what y'all are guaranteeing you're doing. You're gonna work for the next 40, you're gonna be 80 years old, working at the same place you was working at in the 70s and the whatever it was. You're gonna be still working there 50 years later, talking about, yeah, it's really not fair. It's not fair. You know what's not fair? That your kids have to sit up here with you and watch you piss away your time when you could have been out there getting to the money so that they could have the rest of their lives with you. That's what's not fair. What's not fair is that you will sit around, listen, just this job alone, right? I got people who are too good to deliver pizzas talking to me about how it's not all about the money. What the hell are you talking about? That's exactly what this is about. It's about the money. It's always been about the money. And if you're too proud to trade some of your time now to buy it back later, you don't really care about your time. You care about the here and now, and that's it. And I'm sure there's some people who are going to watch this and be like, well, tomorrow's never guaranteed. That you could do all this and you could just fall dead tomorrow. Negro. Yeah, some people do die early. But can we be honest? Even with infant mortalities, we are expected to live on average about 72 years. Do y'all really think that most of you ain't gonna live to be at least 60? Really, the only reason most of y'all be old and decrepit by then is because you don't take care of yourselves. My grandmother is 78. She walk around like she's in her 60s, 50s. So don't talk to me about how tomorrow's not guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed for you because you treat your body like an outhouse. Let's be real. If you cared about your time, you would treat yourself and your time better. So if you really care, show it with your actions. Show the people around you that this time where you're going to put the work in is temporary, because we're fighting for something bigger than this. And for those of you who don't agree with me, I'm going to just put it to you like this. Which would you rather? Would you rather grind it out for 3, 4, 5 years building your own and then having something to start that could last you, lifetimes, generations? Or would you rather only work 40 hours a week and do that for the rest of your life? If you had to choose, you're going into the workforce, you're 20 years old, you got to choose one of those. Which would you choose? I'll wait. See, y'all are not honest. That's the problem. You're not honest. You say you want it all, but you're not willing to do the work. Because I know for a fact, most of y'all would not choose to work 40 hours a week for the next 80 years. You would not do that. But that's exactly what you're about to sign up for, because you can't control yourself. You can't control your body, you can't control your mind, and therefore you are at the whims of somebody else. You are making them rich because you don't know how to make yourself rich. So, care about your time, first lesson is to care about your money. Care about the money, you can buy the time back. And if you really do care, show it with your actions. I'll talk to y'all later.